Beaumont, Torinobu, Mr. Winters, it's him. It's the Shadow King.
You dare come before the King of Shadows in his court? You will all suffer a torment of eternity.
Bloody hell. Torinobu, Sally, are you okay? I am fine, the Beaumont-san. Sally, where are you?
I'm over here. I'm okay.
Thank the Lord for that. Come on, girl, get over here. It'll be safer with us. I can't get past. This giant freak's in the way.
You will be the first.
Run, girl. Get out of there. Why don't you try and face me instead, you damn hell spawn?
Face you. You are nothing.
You will have to get through my steer before you can hurt these people, you vile demon.
You insolent worm. You pathetic creatures. You think these weapons can hurt me? What did you think that would do?
Put me down, you damn freak.
Be careful when gazing into the abyss, Mr. Earl. For sometimes the abyss gazes back.
Get out of here.
Die, you demon!
Sally Mason, you can join your friend.
Let her go, you bloody vagabond.
That key! It hurt him! Shoot that key!
Enough!
Sari, prepare to die, demon. Torinobu, the key round its neck. Banzai! He did it. He cut the chain. Nah, the damn thing's still hanging round its neck. We gotta get that key.
You insolent wretches! You think you can hurt me?
Beaumont-san, you must get to that key. Hold on, Torinobu. I'm a little busy right now. My father! Beaumont, hurry, destroy him. Oh, bugger.
You've rolled your last dice, Beaumont Sinclair.
Go on then, get on with it. I may have rolled my last dice. Sinclair, over here. Catch! But I've still got a hand of cards to play.
No!
And it's a royal flush, Your Majesty. The battle appears to be over, but Beaumont sees the unconscious form of Sally Mason lying on the floor nearby. Sally! Sally! Bloody hell! Tornobu, come here. Help me lift her up. The two men carefully lift up Sally and move her to Belial's throne. They lay her down and Cain Winters checks her pulse. She's still alive, but it don't look good. Damn it, we have to get her out of here. But we must also restore the seers, or Belial will be able to escape from his prison once more. Damn it. Right, well, there's only one thing for it. We will take Sally back to the portal leading to Brimstone. Then, Mr. Winters, we need you to take her to Seraphim. It should only be a couple of days' ride, and their doctor there is very skilled. We're relying on you to save Sally. Right you are, partner. I'll get her there. Don't you worry about it. And I take it you boys are gonna stay behind and seal off this Belial? You're goddamn right we are. Swampy barks his agreement with the plan. And so, they take the unconscious, battered form of Sally Mason to the portal entrance. Cain Winters takes her in his arms and nods to Beaumont and Tornobu. Good luck, gentlemen. I hope dearly to see you again. We'll be waiting for you in Seraphim when you get back. Right, best get going then. Come on, Tornobu. We've got some work to finish off here. And so, the final task of sealing away the last Shadow King, Belial, falls to the samurai and the gambler. The two men return to the Icon platform, knowing this is where the Chronicle states their search for the seals will begin. Beaumont moves forward tentatively, stepping onto the platform, the ancient marble sizzling with the heat of the lava. Tornobu moves quickly ahead, moving through one of the marble archways from the Icon platform. Come, Beaumont, let us have this work done as quickly as possible, and then we can get out of this place, he says, stepping into the magma vents. Geysers of steam shoot up from cracks in the crust all across the uneven floor of the rocky chamber. Tornobu is lucky to avoid the hissing steam that would surely blister and boil his skin. Swampy runs ahead, exploring the other pathway from the Icon platform, hoping to find the ancient seal, and finds himself emerging on a lava bridge. In the magma vents, Tornobu sees a gaunt spectral figure sitting in the corner, chained to an iron post. As he approaches, it raises up in its tattered flowing robes, beckoning him to come closer. But Tornobu knows better than to trust such a sinister sight in this place, and ignores the beckoning figure. The tattered figure is clearly displeased at Tornobu's ignorance, and shuffles clumsily to its feet. The chain snaps easily, and it rushes at him, revealing itself to be a lot less spectral than Tornobu believed. He realizes they have just walked into an ambush. More of the fleshy, drone-like figures emerge from various cracks and openings in the caverns surrounding Beaumont, Tornobu, and Swampy. But worse still, Beaumont feels a cold chill run down his spine, and he turns round to see another man in black. Not the heretic preacher, but instead a strange-looking being that stands almost 10 feet tall, wearing what appears to be a long black surgeon's apron, and in its hands are rusty, bloody tools. "I suppose you are what passes for a doctor around here," Beaumont says. The giant creature says nothing. Instead, its piercing eyes lock onto the healing stone. It stalks towards him through the caverns and reaches out with its fleshy hands, grasping at the stone. Beaumont steps back. "Get away from me, you horrible thing!" The flesh stalker, enraged at Beaumont avoiding its grasp, swings a dull rusty blade at him, narrowly avoiding his head. And then, to Beaumont's utter shock, the flesh stalker jitters and phases in and out of reality, appearing to bounce around him like some strange teleporting ghostly creature. "Good Lord, I truly hate this place," he mutters to himself, and then unloads both barrels of his shotgun into the flesh stalker. It grunts in pain, but shows no sign of stopping. Then, seeing the flesh drone nearby, Beaumont scowls at it. "Well, you can bloody have some too," he says, and fires at it with his holdout pistol. The bullet punches through the flesh drone's hood, and it drops to the ground, dead, instantly. Meanwhile, Torinobu is attacked by the two flesh drones surrounding him. Their clumsy movements and heavy weapons prove no match for Torinobu's defenses as he easily sidesteps and blocks their attacks. Swampy, on the other hand, is not so lucky, as the flesh drone attacking him smacks him with a great blunt cleaver. Lucky for the dog, it was not sharp, otherwise that would surely have been the end for Swampy, as the dog howls in pain. Torinobu quickly sidesteps the two flesh drones and moves around them towards the flesh stalker. He draws his swords and goes in for the kill. Easily cutting apart one of the flesh drones. But the flesh stalker himself manages to teleport away using his strange technology or magic. Meanwhile, Swampy attempts to fight back against the flesh drone. However, with his injuries, the dog fails to do any harm. The flesh stalker teleports right next to Beaumont and takes another swing at him with its rusty blade, this time catching him with a shallow cut across the chest. It grabs again at the healing stone, but too late, it realizes it has fallen right into Beaumont's trap, as he unloads his pistol at point-blank range directly into its chest. Great gouts of blood burst from the flesh stalker as it tumbles backwards, pulverized by bullets. Before Beaumont can deliver the coup de grace, however, it phases and disappears, back to wherever it came from. Beaumont's healing stone begins to glow, and its magical powers seal up the wound across his chest. "You won't be robbing my things, you horrible bloody blighter," he says. One of the flesh drones rushes at Torinobu and attacks him, but once again Torinobu easily defends its attacks and counters with his own deadly blades. Cutting the monstrosity to pieces. Swampy, meanwhile, manages to avoid the heavy, clumsy cleaver being swung at him by the final flesh drone. Seeing the dog in peril, Beaumont races to Swampy's aid, and with two blasts from his shotgun, makes short work of the flesh drone. Bloody hell, What other surprises does this place hold for us?
This is truly a place of evil. We must hurry, Beaumont-san.
Right, I'll take this path, you take the other. If we split up, we should be able to find these seals faster and then get out of here.
A dangerous but prudent strategy,
says Torinobu. Beaumont continues across the lava bridge, and Swampy, seeking to help him, runs past and passes through one of the marble archways, revealing a snaking passageway that leads off round a corner deeper into the caverns. Beaumont explores one of the other openings leading into a magma tunnel, whilst on the other side of the platform, Torinobu passes through the steam geysers and finds himself emerging into another magma tunnel. Somewhere in the distance, he hears the laughter of a dark god, the booming laughter of Belial echoing through the caverns, and Torinobu knows that this foul shadow god is laughing at their efforts to thwart it. But he knows he is on the right track and feels that soon Belial's laughter will turn to howls of rage, as he sees at the far end of the room one of the ancient seals shimmering in the lava light. As he steps through the twisting lava tubes and tunnels, he hears a sizzling sound. Smoke rises from his hakama, and he realizes that small drops of magma are running down from the ceiling. The agile samurai managed to deftly sidestep a sudden gout of lava that splatters the ground where he had been standing. Meanwhile, back in the other magma tunnel, Beaumont finds himself confronted once again by the horrible little magma fiends. The floating balls of lava-spewing rock chew and melt their way through another of the cavern's walls, vomiting their lava all over the ground. However, Beaumont knows the slow-witted creatures are no match for dynamite, and so he rushes forward and hurls his last stick of dynamite amidst the trio of magma fiends. The blast breaks through the cavern and destroys all three of them, showering hot chunks of rock and flecks of magma all over the place. With the fight over, he presses on and finds himself confronted with another of the stone guardians with their burning eyes. Meanwhile, Torinobu rushes over to the great seal and attempts to repair it. He knows nothing of such arcane magic, but somehow he feels the ancient chronicle to be guiding him. The seal is not yet repaired, but he knows he is getting closer to completing the task. Swampy joins Beaumont as an ancient stone soldier stands watch over the passage ahead with fire in his eyes. His stare burns into Beaumont's soul and his flesh. But Beaumont has learned from his past experience with the stone sentry and managed to avoid its incinerating effects. However, he does find the chamber is filled with golden trinkets and treasures from across space and time. As he reaches out to pick one up, he can feel the darkness infecting his hand, coursing through his veins. But he powers on through it and finds a rare artifact that appears to be some kind of ancient magical breastplate like that worn by a knight in the days of old. He feels it will fetch a pretty penny back in Brimstone, and so slings it over his shoulder, deciding to take it with him. And then, up ahead, as if guided by Providence, he sees the second of the ancient seals they need to repair to lock away Belial for good. He rushes forward, and feeling the knowledge of the ancient chronicle course through his veins, overpowering the darkness, he manages to repair the seal. Whether through luck or some ancient magic, he does not know, but nor does Beaumont care. He is just happy the task is done. However, he hears an enraged cry from the spirit of Belial and sees dark shadows beginning to form in the corners of the chamber. Well, I guess you're not too bloody happy about that, are you, you rapscallion? Well, best be going. Beaumont turns, preparing to head back and regroup with Torinobu, who is still busy attempting to repair the ancient seal on the other side of the icon platform. But this time, he feels the full energy of the ancient chronicle coursing through him, and an ethereal blue light begins to shine around the ancient stone seal. As he finishes repairing it, and for a moment he feels the presence of Lucy Hancock, convinced it was not just the chronicle, but also her spirit guiding him in this task. As the two men and the dog race back towards the icon platform and onwards to escape from Cynder, the roaring anger of Belial rages from somewhere deep within the caverns. Beaumont and Torinobu meet back up at the icon platform. Right then, all we have left to do is cap off these final seals on the icon platform, and that's it. All his power is gone, no more Shadow King, and we can get out of here. The last seal snaps into place as they complete the ritual. It begins to pulsate with a radiant light, and somewhere in the distance, Beaumont and Torinobu think they hear a choir of angelic voices. Then they hear an agonized and unholy scream of anger.
You worthless little creatures!
The Shadow King roars as he appears before them, wreathed in ash and smoke.
You dare to lock me away?
His form begins to waver in a holy breeze and begins to dissipate slowly from the bottom of his cowl, ash scattering in the wind.
These seals will not hold forever. I will return, and you should know you will be nothing but dust in your graves when I do, and then there shall be no one to save your worthless little world.
As the last of his form scatters into the wind, he gives one final promise.
All shall bow before the King of Shadows.
And then he is gone, and they're alone in the chamber with the soft and reassuring glow of the pulsating seals. Beaumont and Torinobu realize they may not be able to save the future, but they have saved the present from the dark, demonic god. And as they make their way to the void gate out of Cynder, they take one last look back and see the ghostly image of Lucy Hancock, with whom all of this began. Lucy, free of the Shadow King and bathed in radiant holy light, smiles at them before finally disappearing to her place of eternal rest.